Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Pup, coach of the Green Bay Drillbears, and today we have week 4 of the low tier season 2 of the GWA. I'm super excited for this battle. We're playing at pretty late notice. Just messaged Offline today. I was like, want to play today? He said okay. But yeah, so we're playing against Offline. If you haven't checked out his channel already, you better go check it out. His link will be in the description. I swear I won't forget it. Please do not forget it. Future me, do not forget this. Offline is a great battler. He's a great guy too. We have some stuff coming out in the future, so you guys could check out my channel, check out his channel for all of that. But if you guys don't want to watch this team builder, first of all, I would ask that you leave a like and subscribe. But then you can click the there should be a link in the description to a time that you can go to see the battle. But without further ado, I'll go over their team. So their team is Rotom Heat. They have NOIVERN, Espeon, Fortress. I almost said Swampert. It's Samurott. Stupid Samurott. I hate this guy. Alola Muck, Palisand, Go-Go, Emboar, Wigglytuff, and Zebstrika. So pretty fun team for sure. They have their tier captains are the NOIVERN, who has Flying and Normal Steel. Espeon is Psychic Fairy. Go-Go is Grass, Ground, and Fairy, while Zebstrika is Electric, Ice, and Fairy. So they really like their Fairy Terror types. I mean, it is like the best one anyways. But looking at their team, Rotom Heat is a huge threat. So is Alolan Muck. Those two Pokemon body me. I don't really have any good answers to fire types. I don't have a water type on my team, except for Barraskewda, who gets bodied anyways. I also don't have like a good steel type. I have Alolan Dugtrio, but doesn't take on Muck very well. So those mons are gonna be really tough for me to deal with. But without further ado, go over my stuff that I'm bringing. So I got the Iron Thorns, bringing a very, very heat set with booster energy, with Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Meteor Beam, Earth Power. So Meteor Beam with no power herb is fun. Booster energy will make sure I outrun their entire team, which is super cool. I can lead with this thing, get the booster off, and if NOIVERN's in front of my face, I click Ice Beam and destroy it. I can also click Meteor Beam on a switch. If they want to go something like Alolan Muck, I can Meteor Beam that guy and then Earth Power and potentially knock it out the next turn, if they're not some like crazy Assault Vest set. But that does look pretty good versus me. But I thought this set was super fun. It also beats a Fortress lead, and yeah, it's just really fun to bring. I would love to actually get a couple kills with this special Iron Thorns. Second up is Snorlax. This is really going to be my Rotom answer, and my NOIVERN answer, and my Espeon answer. So maybe that's going to be really bad. It can't really beat like a lot of Calm Mind stuff, but it is very, very specially bulky. I've got leftovers with Rest, Curse, Facade, and Crunch. So if I switch in on a Will-O-Wisp, I can click a very, very hard Facade. Although they might go Palisand, which is also really good in this matchup. I have Crunch for that thing, and then I have a lot of speed, so I will speed creep that Palisand by a couple points. In the third spot, I've got Yanmega with the Patea Berry. Patea Berry raises my special attack by 1 stage if I am in a pinch. I'm speed boost set with Bug Buzz, Ancient Power, Giga Drain, and Endure. So if I bring this thing in, I Endure, and they take me down to 1 HP. I get my Patea, I get a speed boost, and I just go to town with Terra Bug Buzz. I've got Ancient Power that hits a Rotom. It also hits the NOIVERN. I have a Giga Drain that hits the Palisand and the stupid Samurott. And then on max special attack, Modest with max speed as well. I think this set is gonna put in a lot of work potentially. And I'm Terra Bug on this thing because Terra Ground doesn't matter. I don't anticipate myself tearing this mon, but I definitely could. Terra Bug Buzz is not too bad into their team, except for I'm not like Tinted Lens, so it's not gonna be the best. Up next is my Bellybolt, rocking Custap Berry. Not supposed to be static, it's supposed to be electromorphosis. That's exactly how it's pronounced. And then got Soak, Toxic, Slack Off, Parabolic Charge. So this thing can Soak and Toxic the Muck, which is super sick. I can also just literally Toxic everyone else on their team. I can Soak Toxic Fortress if it's becoming an issue. And then if they hit me, I'm going to have very, very strong parabolic charges, my goodness. And I can even Terra Electric to make those even more powerful. This mon is just like very annoying for their team to deal with because they only have one ground type in the Palossand, and I just toxic that thing and slack off. If I get to under a quarter, then I can get priority slack offs since I'm rocking a Custat Berry, which I thought was pretty fun. We also have the Barraskewda on here with an Assault Vest set. This means I can take a Draco from non-specs NOIVERN after rocks. By the way, I can take a Volt Switch from, I think, offensive Rotom Heat after rocks, which is crazy. And then I just respond with like very, very hard liquidations, flip turns, aqua jets, and I have close combat. The only two things that can really switch in are the Samurai and the Go-Go, and those both get hit pretty hard by close combat anyways, so I felt like that was a pretty safe option. And then we were rocking max attack adamant with a lot of speed. We're outrunning the Zebstrika, not outrunning NOIVERN, because, you know, I'm gonna eat that hit anyways. I don't really have a good option to hit it back with. Maybe a liquidation defense drop into Aqua Jet can destroy it. Maybe if they like Terra Normal. Honestly, I have no clue if I live a Terra Normal Boom Burst with this thing. Let me calc that really quick, because I feel like that would be pretty fun to like stay in if I end up leading this thing. So let's see, Barraskewda versus NOIVERN with Terra Normal, because Terra Normal Boom Burst is really destructive. That's why I have Super Spadef on my Snorlax. Let's see. Yeah, I eat Terra Normal Boom Bursts all day. I mean, not actually all day. But after rocks, let's see. After rocks, it's only a 50% chance to knock me out from Timid. And if they're not Timid, then I'll outspeed them and can just flip turn out. And if they obviously Terra Normal, I destroy them with close combat. But if they're not Terra'd, then I just like flip turn out, which is fine. And then the last mon is going to be my Muck Answer, which is a pretty bad Muck Answer. But I'm rocking the Paldean Tauros with Terra Poison, since that is one of my Terra types on that thing. So I can not get poisoned by Poison Touch or Poison Jab. And then I have the Lumberry, so if I switch it in, then they poison me, I get my Lum off. If not, I have Rest on this set, so I can get my Rests taken care of. I can also get a Will-O-Wisp taken care of. I'm Bulk Up, Body Press, Throat Chop, and Rest, which is a crazy set, but I think it'll be super heat. Honestly, I'm gonna go with a lot more defense on this thing. You know what? I don't even need the attack. I'm just gonna go max HP, max defense, because I think that's just good, and it powers up my Body Press, which is what I'm gonna be pressing most of the time. The other times I'll obviously be pressing a Throat Chop into the likes of the Palossand and the Espeon if they're not Terra'd. And if they are Terra'd, then that's annoying for me to deal with. All of their Terra Fairy Mons kind of destroy this thing. I mean, I'm Terra Poison, so they might not know, but I don't do very well into those. That's gonna be it for the battle. I know I'm bringing more of like some more fun sets, but honestly, I do think that all of these sets can pull their weight and do a really good job. Even like Iron Thorns going special, or Belly Bolt with Soak Toxic. I think all this stuff is actually really good, and Offline's my bud, so you know, gotta have a fun game with him. But that's about it for the team builder. If you guys do enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like on all my Draft League content and subscribe to the channel. You know, maybe watch all the other videos on here, because they're probably right up your alley if you're watching this. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the battle. All right, after a couple of internet issues for me, we are back and wired in, and we see they do bring the Wigglytuff and stupid Samurai. Why would they bring the stupid Samurai, man? But I am excited to see no Sandcastle. I'm actually pretty happy about that. And what else? No Embor. Okay, and no Fortress Substrike. I didn't think either of those would come. But I mean, definitely some stupid mons. Let's make sure this is right. Yeah, I think it is. Hazards on their team. They have Stealth Rocks on Wigglytuff, which would be really annoying for me. I would definitely hate that. I could just go Zoom You're Gone, which would be fun. Or I could just straight up lead with my Iron Treads. But with no Fortress there, I could actually I mean, I could save this thing. No, we're just gonna lead with it. Might as well get it off. If they lead with, you know, the Rotom, or if they lead with the NOIVERN, we are totally in a good spot. But good luck, have fun to Offline. Guys, better go check out his channel. It should be in the description, please. Please go check him out. I mean, he's the GOAT. But yeah, let's see what happens here. Definitely was not expecting Samurott. Leads off with Coda. All right, that's a Wigglytuff. So probably gonna set rocks. So I'm gonna get my booster speed. Yeah, he's gonna see my booster. This music's kind of lame, to be honest. But I think I just Meteor Beam this guy, to be honest. Like, there's no way he switches out here. This Meteor Beam does a lot of damage to him. So I'm just gonna go straight for it. So I'm gonna sit here and absorb. Let's see, probably just sets up rocks. Yep, they do just set up rocks. Awesome. And if they're especially defensive, then they can eat this pretty well, but they don't eat a second one, especially. I mean, I can do maybe like 50% with a good Meteor Beam. They just stay in and eat it. Let's see what kind of set they are. Oh, wow. They've got to be like... That's actually crazy. What? Alright. I don't know. They might switch out here. I'm just going to Meteor Beam again. Nothing really wants to take it. I'm also faster than their like entire team, barring Scarfers. And I'm already +1. They do withdraw. That's a good play. They go Pinky. Okay, that's the Muck. I mean, this thing's probably AV. It's still going to take 50% to this, which is crazy. Even if it's AV and like a lot invested. And then I'm like, Earth Power is probably going to be a roll after. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's going to do so much. Oh, they're going to clear Smog. That's a crazy bring. No way. Clear Smog, man. And they're Black Sludge. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I could just Meteor Beam again, which I definitely don't hate. But also I like Earth Power. Let's see. I mean, they can't really touch us unless they're like Drain Punch. Let's Earth Power. We might get a kill here. Let's see. Nah, they live just on one. And they do drain me. There's a lot. Yeah, I mean, we should definitely be able to take him out with Earth Power here. Honestly, though, I really want a Meteor Beam predicting like the Rotom to come out or NOIVERN. And worst case scenario, like, we knock him out next turn with Meteor Beam. They do stay in. I was expecting like maybe Rotom to come out. But they just get another Drain Punch off. We do eat that. We live on 53. And I think we should knock him out at +1. We might not. We definitely might not. Let's see. Come on. I mean, we put a lot of damage on Wigglytuff. They got up their rocks. And we're putting a huge amount of pressure on this guy. And they do withdraw. They go... What did they go out to? Oh, they sack off the Wiggles. Okay. Yeah, this thing definitely dies. I mean, if it doesn't, it dies to Earth Power after. Okay. It's gonna live. And what do? I think I just Earth Power. I don't care if they actually preserve this thing. Yeah, so their Wigglytuff is down for the count. I mean, I got a whole bunch of damage on the Muck. They got the rocks up, obviously, but I feel like I feel like I'm in control right now. And I mean, I'm speed boosted. They can't really go out into anything except for like Samurott. Yeah, they do go Samurott. Okay, Samurott. I'm +1 special attack. I mean, they're never gonna let me get off a Meteor Beam, so I'm just gonna Earth Power. They could Jet. No Jet. I do less than 50%. Looks offensive with Flip Turn. Okay. And I mean, that was a fun ride for my Iron Thorns, man. That set, I mean, it worked out really well, in my opinion. I'm definitely happy with it. Now, if they go off into any of their special attackers, then I can just go Snorlax. And if it's Muck, I can go into my Tauros. Alright. They go out into Espeon. I think I just go Snorlax. Espeon. Even if they trick me, it's not like the end of the world. I could go Barraskewda. Psyshock would take me out. But any like Psychic would not. And Flip Turn does 1,000,000%. And that's Psyshock if their choice Scarf does not take me out. So, I mean, I'm always gonna outspeed them. And I'm just gonna Flip Turn out into Snorlax. Take the rocks damage, which is annoying. But we Flip Turn here. Or I could just Liquidation plus Aqua Jet. Let's see. Psychic. We eat that. Energy Ball. After rocks. He's got a 75% chance to KO us with that. Nah, we're gonna Liquidation this guy. Gonna do a lot of damage. I mean, he's definitely some HP invested. What kind of berry you got there? Key? Yep, Keyberry. Okay. Keyberry Reflect. Okay, that's sick tech. Definitely some sick tech right there. So I think they're like max HP. Now they're +1 with a Reflect. I'm going to be doing nothing. But I don't think they're going to be able to knock me out. So I'm just going to Liquidation again. They might Morning Sun, though. Yeah, we just barely don't take them out. They're Draining Kiss. Okay. But it does nothing. Yeah, Draining Kiss does literally nothing to me. I didn't really get the percentages on that thing. But it's looking like it's not invested. It definitely does not look invested in special attack. And we barely miss out on the KO. They're going to Draining Kiss again. And they get a crit. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And no defense drop for us is annoying. I'm fine just like beating this thing down. I get a crit of my own. I mean, if they didn't get a crit there, I think I knock them out with Liquidation anyways. So, I mean, it is what it is, but it is hacks. But Keyberry, that's pretty sick tech for sure. And they're going to go out into Samurott. No way this thing is Scarf, right? Alright. So, if they're like Choice Scarf, I just want to calculate the speed. I guess if they're Adamant Scarf, they're not above me. And that would make sense. I'm just going to Flip Turn. If they're Scarfed, then, yep, they do reveal Sacred Sword on Scarf. Which is fine. I don't mind it too much. My Barraskewda wasn't, like, the most important. And no more Reflect is nice. Now, I can either go Belly Bolt, which has a super free soak. I can go... Well, I can go into my Yanmega and eat a Sacred Sword. Yeah, I eat a Sacred Sword. I can get an Ancient Power off, or I can Giga Drain. I think I'm just going to Ancient Power, predicting the Rotom to come in. If they go Muck, that's fine as well. Because that thing is already super chipped. Stones chip into me, do half. But I'm going to Ancient Power. Come on, go Rotom. Even Noivern would be great, too. Go Bakugo. Alright, that is Rotom. Nice. Alright, and Ancient Power into them. It doesn't do too much. So definitely invested. Now the play here is to Endure on their Volt Switch or Overheat. And yeah, let's see. Please Overheat. Overheat would be so good. They T-Wave. No, come on. Why would you T-Wave? I was hoping to get that set going, man. But we're +2 with the Para. Honestly, I'm just going to I could go for the Endure again. They might outspeed me if they're max. I'm gonna go for it. Ah, I get parried. And they probably just take me out with Volt Switch. No, they just overheat. Yeah, that's annoying. Ah, man, if they just went for like the overheat the turn before, we'd be in an amazing spot. But now we're definitely not. I think I can go Tauros. If I go Tauros versus this thing, I mean, they can't really do too much to me, except for obviously para me. So maybe I just go... I'm going to go into this guy. I'm going to go to Snorlax, Yum Rotom, and take some stones. And I'm just going to click Facade. If they end up paralyzing me, then I'm totally fine with that. If not, oh well. They Willow, and they miss. That's actually really bad for me. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. I'm thinking about doubling here. Let's see how much this Samurott does. Samurott, Choice Scarf with Sacred Sword. It does 50% to me. I can always rest up. I'm just gonna Facade here because they Volt Switch. So I'm gonna get a Facade off on something. It's probably gonna be Muck. Let's see. Muck, Alola. Yeah, Pinky. That is the Muck. They're at 50%. This has a shot to 2 KO. Oh, definitely not. They've got a decent amount of defense investment. Drain Punch doesn't do too much to me. I could also just go Belly Bolt at this point. Save the health on this thing. Maybe get a Paralysis. And then I think I beat it with Parabolic Charge. Let's see. Belly Bolt. I mean, it's really not doing that much. Maybe like 20% each. So I could always soak them, though. If I soak and then Parabolic Charge is super free the next turn. I mean, I also could have gone into my literal answer, which is Tauros. But oh well. I'm kind of throwing a little bit. They just drain. If we get a para, that's fine. I don't love the para, but it's fine. Oh wait, we're not static. I'm just thinking about us being static. But this turn is where I soak. Okay, they Toxic me. Toxic is a good bring. So they're water. And Parabolic Charge with the Electromorphosis boost should do a decent chunk. Let's see. What does that make me? Does that make me like +1 or something? I don't know, but it's going to do a good chunk of damage, I think. If they let this thing go down, that's perfectly fine by me. They do withdraw. Probably Rotom. Bakugo. Yeah, it is Rotom. And, I mean, I'm not really doing very much. I think in the end game here, Tauros might be able to win. Also, like, Snorlax. Snorlax looks great. I'm just going to Parabolic again. They're going to overheat. I should live this. Yes, we do. And I think they die because Electromorphosis. And then I really hope... Yeah, Rotom dies. I really hope they go into... whatchamacallit? The Samurott. Because then I'll get a Custap Berry Parabolic off. Yeah, and that would do so much. They go Gyro. It's a NOIVERN. Okay. But this is still actually like doing a decent chunk. I could talk to them as well. What's better? I think just Parabolic is a little bit better. I'm going to eat the Custap and hit with the Parabolic. It's not going to do too much, but I mean, it's definitely a good chip. All right, and they're probably going to take me out. Their Dragon Dance. I should have Toxicked. Aw, no way I didn't just Toxic that turn. Aw, that's annoying. I think I lose to this thing. Yeah, Belly Bolt goes down. They're physically offensive. Crazy. +1. What even do they have? I don't know, like Outrage or something? But I think I just go Tauros, Intimidate it. I mean, it's their Terra Captain, obviously. I'm just gonna go Tauros. So I get this Intimidate off. I can also bulk up. I think I Terra here and bulk up. Let's see, they might also Terra. Let's see, Terra Blast. If they're like Terra Fire or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go Terra Poison. And let's see what they go for. They just DD again. Alright. So they're +2, but with the Intimidate, they are just +1 and +2 speed. I'm gonna bulk up, so I'm +1 defense, +1 attack. And they're just still their Flying Dragon. Like, they're chilling. But I'm gonna bulk up again. I think I can always beat this thing. They're just Claw. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Claw does nothing to me, man. And at this point, I'm +2/+2. I can Throat Chop or I can Body Press. Body Press definitely a 2-hit KO. I'm gonna go for it here. They DD up again. Crazy. Alright, I'm just gonna Body. Does so much damage to that thing. And then how much is Samurott doing with Sacred Sword? Well, I guess it's not really doing very much of anything. Yeah, I'm gonna rest up here. They're gonna Terra. So I'll be able to eat up this hit, get up to full. I think at this point they're +2 with Dragon Claw. They're Terra Steel. That does nothing. I just rest up. And I'll be at full. Yeah, this is a great set to bring versus them. I mean, it didn't exactly go the way I expected it to, but I mean, it's gonna put in the work. I think it's just gonna finish the game off for me here. And they're just gonna Terra Blast, hoping for a crit. Yeah, crit would do half. Yeah, it does not. But I mean, that's a crazy set, man. To bring Dragon Dance, a physical Noivern, is insane. Yeah. Yeah, definitely good bring by them. If they are like mixed on, no, I don't think they're mixed. But I was gonna say if they're mixed on the Swampert, sorry, Dries, Samurott, then I think they could probably take me out. But I'm gonna outspeed the Muck. I'm gonna take it out with a Body Press, get a second kill for this thing. I mean, Heat versus Heat in this battle, we had a lot of really cool stuff. They brought the heat with that Noivern. Also, the Scarf Samurott is really good against me as well. But let's see. Even, like, you know, a decently boosted one, I don't think is able to knock me out here. I think they have to hope for a Liquidation crit, and then I think Snorlax... And Snorlax probably doesn't win at that point. They go Aqua Cutter. Okay. Does absolutely nothing to me. And I take out their Samurott. Great game to Offline. I love the stuff that you brought, man. And for everyone watching, better go check out his channel. It'll be a link in the description. But we moved to, I think we're 4-0 now, with a 2-0 victory. I feel pretty good about that. And I mean, yeah, it was just a fun battle. This is probably one of the more fun battles I've had in a long time. So definitely refreshing to have that. I got a huge smile across my face right now. So, I mean, props to you, Offline. I mean, they're a great battler. Definitely go check them out. But yeah, that's going to be about it for this week's battle. If you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.